aSHRA kWESI is a griot, or historian, and lecturer on ancient African history and religion. He presents a highly inspirational and educational slide presentation lecture based upon his extensive research and travel on the African continent. Brother kWESI has traveled to the Nile Valley for the past 21 years as of 2001. During his travels, he studied and documented the ancient temples, tombs, reliefs, and papyrus papers to verify the African origin of civilization and religion. This information has been presented for numerous organizations, study groups, and universities, including the Akibalan Group in Egypt and Ethiopia, the African Heritage Group in Tokyo, Japan, and NAPSI, the National Alliance of Black School Educators. aSHRA kWESI has also been the guest lecturer for many conferences and television and radio programs. He's the owner of Kemet New Productions, a company which promotes higher consciousness about our African ancestral heritage through videotape productions. Brothers and sisters have been highly receptive and enlightened because Brother kWESI links the historical with the present in order to bring our story to life. On the exciting Kemet New Know Thyself educational tour, aSHRA kWESI will present the historical findings to you on location at the ancient sites. This is information recorded during the period when African people were teachers of the world. And my name is Murray kWESI. I work with aSHRA on the Know Thyself educational tour. Like my husband, I lecture for organizations and universities throughout the country. My area of research is African fashion and culture. Based upon my study and travel, I'll demonstrate the many symbols, styles, and cultural practices which originated with our African ancestors. I'll also introduce you to the numerous female personalities who've played an integral role in our history. So come, join us in Egypt.
Our journey begins at John F. Kennedy Airport in New York at the Egypt Air Terminal. Alkin Tours will handle our check-in arrangements. We'll also have a brief orientation prior to our departure. We're off on Egypt Air, the national airline of Egypt, which provides both international and domestic flights. This will be a most enjoyable and unforgettable experience in our motherland. Traveling as an African family, many friendships and strong bonds will develop, which will last throughout the years. The flight is non-stop and approximately 10 hours to Cairo. And since we leave late at night, hopefully you can sleep on the way. The planes are equipped with a computerized display for tracking your journey across the Atlantic. Our plane is now approaching Egypt, which was called Kemet by our ancient ancestors and meant black. As we can see by this display, which shows the entire continent, Kemet is in the northeast corner of Africa, not the Middle East. We arrive in Heliopolis, the site of the Cairo airport, in the late afternoon Cairo time. Upon arrival in Cairo, you'll be met, assisted through customs, and transferred to your hotel, where we will have a complete orientation. As we leave the airport, we see the Egypt Air Terminal. The airport is located in Heliopolis, a suburb of Cairo. In ancient times, Heliopolis was the city of Ra, the city of the sun, called Anu by our African ancestors. The only remainder of this ancient city is the Tekenu, called Obelisk by the Greeks and meant resurrection. On the way to our hotel, aSHRA and I will point out interesting sights. You'll see the Mokattam Mountains. Limestone was quarried from this area to make the outer casing for the pyramids.
The pyramids no longer have that limestone, however. It was torn off to build mosques and other buildings around Cairo. Some limestone was taken from the pyramids and used by Saladin for his citadel. It was a fortress for which building was initiated around 1176. Muhammad Ali, a viceroy for the Ottoman Sultan, built the mosque that you see inside much later, around 1805. There are two Cairos, the old and the new. Old Cairo sprang from Al-Fustat, which was founded in 641 AD as a military encampment of the Arabs who invaded Egypt. New Cairo was built by the Fatimids after their invasion of Egypt around 969 AD. They called the city Al-Qahira, from which present-day Cairo got its name. Cairo is the capital of Egypt and its largest city. The population is estimated at 14.4 million as of the year 2000. It's been the largest city on the African continent since 1258 AD and ranks number 9 among the most populous cities in the world. The Nile is the longest river in the world. Anywhere you see water in Egypt, it's the Nile. Many modern parks, gardens, luxury hotels, and modern buildings have grown up around it. Egypt is the oldest civilization in the world. You'll see a combination of the old and the new. From a distance, you can see the pyramids of Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaure on the Giza Plateau. They, of course, are part of the historical sites we'll see on our tour. They're another example of the way the old and new collide in Egypt. Our concentration on this tour will be on our ancient African ancestral monuments, which will connect our past greatness to the present. So this bus tour on the way from the airport is just a start of the many wonderful sights you'll see on aSHRA and Murray kWESI's Kemet new Know Thyself educational tour.
So that'll be in the area of Giza. When you pull up in the Mina house, Khufu will be looking down on you. Khufu will be the Great Pyramid. Now you are looking back into time.
We'll stay at 3 fabulous hotels during our visit to Egypt. The first of the 3 is the Mina House, located in Giza, just 7 miles from the center of Cairo. This beautiful 5-star luxury hotel is a converted palace. It's just within walking distance from the pyramids. Our journey will include 700 miles of travel in Egypt, from Cairo in the north, then south to Luxor, called Thebes by the ancient Greeks. Then we go to Aswan and to Abu Simbel in the area called Nubia. So periodically we'll show you this map so you'll know exactly where you are. And as the map of lower or northern Egypt shows, our flight landed in Heliopolis. And as the educational portion of our tour begins on day 3, we'll cover the areas of Saqqara, Memphis, and Giza. So let's first go by bus to Saqqara, where aSHRA kWESI will lecture to us on site.
I'm gonna walk back into time, brother. Brother, this is breathtaking. I mean, the mindset of 5,000 years ago, where the brothers' minds had to be at, is incredible, just the thought. As I said before, Imhotep, the multi-genius, long before Michelangelo, long before Thales, long before Pythagoras, this is the African that built this step pyramid right here for his pharaoh, King Zoser, in the 3rd dynastic period, almost 5,000 years ago in the old dynastic kingdom. But yet we are told, our children are told, that Hippocrates was the father of medicine. How could Hippocrates be the father of medicine when Imhotep was a physician in his time? Architect, engineer, who studied the stars, who gave us the circumference of the earth by studying the winter solstice and the summer solstice, long before some Aristophanes, who we are told gave us the circumference of the earth. This is the story that they don't want us to know, and will do everything possible to deny it. And wait till we get to the museum to show you the extent what they will do to deny this. But here we see he built this pyramid for Zoser, a good picture of him right here. Of course, you see his nose knocked off. You see, everything was done to deny the African spiritual ancestral story. And in the back of this step pyramid is the serdab, as I mentioned before, so you can look back at Zoser in the time, for he will look back at you and thank you for coming back. And you also got to go back and tell other brothers and sisters, don't go to France, don't go to England, go back to the land of your ancestors. Come back here. And they put it all here for us to see. And that's, like I said before, that's why you're back here. And this is just a start of our journey. So let's go to the serdab. You see our footprints from last year? You see my footprints from last year? Hold it up next time. Again, as you know, that I was talking about the spiritual ascension into the spiritual realm, and that is displayed on everything that you see is our ancestral astral projection and cosmic connection, leading the terrestrial into the celestial universe. This was something that was always part of us. So here you see this, what is called a serdab, and Zoser Neterket is inside, looking out from his world into this world for his spirit to transcend and to astral project, for his Sahu to transcend time and space. That's what this is all about. So you see his spirit traveling into the spiritual realm, brothers and sisters. So our ancestors are constantly connected to the past, the present, and also the future, which is the spiritual realm. Look into the holes right here and tell me what you see.
I see Zoser.
And what's he doing?
He's looking back at me.
He's looking back at you. Looking back from the world from the past of our ancestors to the world of the present, showing that it was two realms. Our ancestors did not have a concept of death.
Brothers and sisters, you have just witnessed one of the rare sights that will be shown by our tour guide, aSHRA kWESI. Let's now go to the Pyramid of Unas, where he'll show us the world's first religious text carved in stone.
Try to grasp where you are. In Unas's pyramid right here, where he built in the 5th dynastic period. And this was known as the pyramid text. We know the coffin text. We see that there were many writings of our ascension into heaven. Some of the earliest writings known in Per-em-Heru, that Wallace Budge translated to the Book of the Dead. Why was Wallace Budge calling it the Book of the Dead? When they came in and robbed the tombs, they were actually taking the scrolls out of our ancestors' hands, and they said the Book of the Dead because they were robbing from the dead. That's how it became Book of the Dead. But in the pyramid text in Unas right here, it's about his ascension into heaven. See the stars up above?
Yes.
So, how could this be looked at as pagan and heathen? The only way this is going to be looked at as pagan and heathen for you to denounce this, but this is the origin of our spirit called the Sahu, the spiritual body, to ascend into heaven. Keep in mind, are we grasping the time period? Yes. Over 4,000 years ago, the Sahu, the spiritual body of Unas, ascending into heaven. Astrotheology, as we call it today, spiritual realm. This was his sacred sarcophagus out of granite stone. This granite stone we're going to see when we go into Upper Egypt and Aswan, where they quarried the hardest stone. This is where the king's chamber was made out of hard granite stone in the sarcophagus of Unas.
Excuse me, is that the tomb?
This is the actual tomb of Unas, where he was buried at. Of course, his sacred site has been desecrated. His body has been desecrated. His tomb has been ravaged by the tomb robbers who come in. But let me see you go to Europe and dig up some ancient sacred burial sites of Europeans and see how far you go. Because if it belonged to Europeans, they wouldn't desecrate it. And the fact that it doesn't belong to them, that's why they readily desecrate it like they do.
We'll visit aSHRA, where Snefru built the first true pyramid. On our Kemet New 2000 trip, the spirit of the ancestors took over, and Brother Ishaka Musa Barashango led us in song.
All right. Okay, you're about to ready to make this adventure into this pyramid by Ishaka Musa Barashango. Are you going to make it, my brother?
Oh yeah, I'm traveling with the energy of our ancestors, and I'm traveling with the energy of Seneferu.
All right.
Yeah, I'm cool.
You're all right.
Ready to go. I got Ra on my side.
All right, my brother.
Ra's energy.
All right, our brother aSHRA Musa will be going up into Sneferu's pyramid. The brother's going to make it.
Kemet Nu.
Along with the other Kemet Nu family as they start to proceed up and make their venture into this pyramid. This truly will be an adventure for all of us. And this is the first true pyramid built by Sneferu. This is Khufu's father. So here our Kemet Nu family will be headed up.
No joke about it. It is the best. We made it this far.
Massive structure here.
Black power. As manifested by Seneferu. Great days of liberation. Great days, the righteous fighting. Great days. Rise, won't build up the nation now. We want no cowards in our band. Fighting great day, rise up, build up a nation now. All right. Are we grasping where we are? Yes. Do we know where we are? Yes. I know when you were coming down that chamber, you said, I got to turn back. But the brother said the mind is on freedom, so we got to keep on going. You put your hand on the plow, you can't turn back.
Can't turn back.
Or you won't get the kingdom.
But here you are standing, brothers and sisters. If we can grasp that time period of over 4,500 years ago, this structure was built. Built for the Grand Master himself, Sneferu. Yes. Let's give respect to him and his sacred tomb. Look at the structure of all of this. Yes. Look at these stones, brothers. Let's observe these stones. Look at this. When they talk about there's no needles, no pins, nothing, granite stones put in exact position. Massive stones that were carried from 500 miles away, quarried from the area of Ta-Nehisi, now called Nubia today. And still they can't figure out how the mastery of this work was done. But this is the mastery of the work when you have the unification of African people when it's put together. This is what we can do. So let's give an oath to the spirit of Sneferu like we did with Teddy to honor his sacred tomb. So again, we're going to call on the oath to the ancestors in this special place where we are to honor Sneferu. You can repeat after me. O ancestors! O ancestors! Blacker than the skies of Nut at midnight. Blacker than the skies of Nut at midnight. Pyramid builders. And great ancient priests. Warriors and mystic scientists. Give us the inspiration. To fight 1,000 lions. Give us the enlightenment. To unravel the mysteries of the universe. Give us the sustenance. To travel through. To track the swamps of disharmony. O ancestors. Praise be. Your African name. Let's call on Sneferu. May your Ka and your Ba be joined as one. For your Sahu, your spiritual body, fly on the wings of Ra, for eternity. O ancestors, give Sneferu eternal life. We come back to pay homage to thee.
The great ancestors. Our ancestors. We come back. Oh ancestors. Praise be to your African name. Amen. Ra. Hotep, brother.
Our next stop is Memphis, the ancient capital of the first nome or province of Lower Egypt. At ancient times it was known as Menefer. The city was established by the pharaoh Narmer of the first dynastic period over 5,000 years ago in order to have a northern headquarters for his military troops. Except for the massive colossal statue of Ramses II, which was taken for display around the United States in the 1980s, all of the remaining evidence of this once flowering metropolis is in ruins today. And now let's continue to see the Great Pyramid and the Sphinx.
Are you the adventurous type? If so, you may want to take a camel to the pyramids for just a few pounds, or about $1. Once there, aSHRA kWESI will give us a lecture on the pyramids.
And this is where our story begins. This is where our story has been persecuted, and persecuted in a way that we look at it from a European perspective. And what I'm trying to say is that the pyramid right here in Giza, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, this pyramid is 7 million tons of masonry. 2,300,000 stones put in exact position. Why do I say that? Because we are told that the pyramids are made out of mud and straw. Now, you are right here at the pyramids. The outer casing of these pyramids are 5 tons each, and the inner casing are 50 tons each. This pyramid of Khufu is built in the 4th dynastic period. There were no people at this particular time called Jews who built the pyramids, and definitely not Makan Begin. Makan Begin is an Ashkenazi Jew from Poland, and he stood here right where you are now and said his people built the pyramids. But he's able to tell the world that because of the power that they have inflicted upon other people to force that story on other people. So we come back here to tell the truth. Now we have one of the few pictures of Khufu right here. Now, when you get to the museum today, you're going to see a small picture, a small statue of Khufu. It's the only thing left. Although we have the largest building here, the smallest thing of Khufu is in the Cairo Museum. So we're talking around 2,400 years BC. And as sure enough as you're standing right here to look at the pyramids, there will be others 5,000 years from now looking at the pyramids just like you did. So we come back here for an eyewitness account, and let's go up closer so we can feel the stones and touch it, because you're actually feeling the stones, the master builders of your ancestors who built this. And I'm saying somebody knows something about us that we don't know about ourselves and definitely don't want us to know. So let's go around here and you can get the awesome power of the pyramids. 5 tons each, 100,000 workmen, skilled workmen, geometrical science that we're looking at here.
That's right.
This is what African people have done. And even today, they try to figure out all kinds of means of how the pyramids were built. Even the Japanese came here, the Nippon Corporation, and tried to build the pyramids, and it collapsed. In fact, science called geodesics. Geodesics is the landmass of the center of the earth. You know, the pyramid is built right in the center of the earth. on a perfect northeast-southwest direction due to the North Star. Now right here you can see the white limestone right on the top. Now this is Khufu's pyramid right here with the white limestone on the top. Now you can get an idea how the white limestone used to cover the whole pyramids. Now this was taken off by Sultan Hassan, ripped off to build a mosque around Cairo. And you can see the Great Pyramid right here, the rugged look that you see on the outside. This was originally covered with all white limestone. And with the all white limestone, it was a smooth, polished casing, so when the sun hit the pyramids, rays went out in all directions. So you're not looking at the original look of the pyramids when they were first built.
Standing on the Giza Plateau, you can see the three pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Khufu, the smaller one of his son Khufra, which actually stands on a higher plateau, and the smallest, that of Menkaure, Khufu's grandson. This is one of the most beautiful sites created by our African ancestors. Here the Egyptian saying, "Everybody fears time, but time fears the pyramids," is most appropriate. Now let's go to that magnificent colossal of Hormakhet, known as the Sphinx, where Brother kWESI will lecture about him.
One of the things that recently happened in the United States I want to bring to your attention, those of you who have gone to Las Vegas, Nevada, have recently witnessed where they have built a replica